plasticnews.com. All the latest from Hollywood, toys, gaming, comics, and anything pop culture. plasticnews.com. Don't forget the IQ. plasticnews.com.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Sarlacc Digest, a podcast bringing you light talk and digesting Star Wars topics over 1,000 years. This is episode 325, being recorded on September 17, 2025. I am your host, Darth Moocher. I've got Scott Solo here.
What's up, nerds, and welcome to the Thunderdome.
And JoJo Binks is here.
Hello.
Toodles. That's what he was doing. That's what I was cracking up. And wow. Oh, Joey. Anyway, Ernie at 9:15, Howell Runner Base has it. So I'll get you, hey, I don't know. He's doing trivia over there. So,
Oh, we might not have an Ernie tonight.
8:25. Yeah. So get those bets in. But if he appears, then he appears. And Chris is off world at the moment. So I'm sure that I'm sure he'll listen back. So before we get into all the good Star Wars stuff,
he doesn't even listen when he's whenever he's here.
Exactly. So before we get into it, and we do have some stuff to talk about, and trying to bring it up, just kind of kick back and bring everybody up to speed on what's going on in Star Wars this week. I'm going to kick it over to Scott because our Shadow Council is sitting there waiting. They're in the shadows, just kind of waiting.
They're so patient.
They're so patient, but kind of impatient at the same time. But
at the same,
anyway, take it away, Scott.
You got it. Hey, welcome back, everybody. We appreciate you. We love you all. That's right. We love these people here. That's Adam S., AJ from the Forbidden Panel, Blitz Transmissions, Brian C., Cliff, Commander Bly, Commander Cook, Crystal E. Happy belated birthday to Crystal E, too. I don't think I got her birthday in last week. So happy belated birthday, Crystal E. Don the Dad Dorn, Eric Grubb. Now everybody needs to send all your thoughts, and if you're a praying kind, send your prayers, send your thoughts to our pal Eric Grubb. He had a medical emergency yesterday, and so we just want to make sure that our buddy Eric Grubb is recovering nicely.
Yes,
and come back to us soon, Eric. We miss you, buddy.
We need you for a Star Wars celebration.
Yes, that's right. Then we've got Flavy Davy. We've got Gavin Connor from the Holy Hour All Cure podcast. We've got Hellrunner Base, Chris K. Special shout out to Luke O'Brien. It was his birthday yesterday. We're birthday bros.
What's the September, man?
I know, the September 16th.
I mean, I know why.
It's got to stop. I know, right? Everybody knows what our parents were up to.
Everybody knows what September birthdays are.
That's right. New Year babies. Anyway, Mervine Bolanos, Matt Logic, Muff Tech is back, Nicholas Schaefer, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Rhino Hobbies, Stu John Jedi, Troy Dodson. If you want to join the Shadow Council, if you want to become one of our mighty Patreon crew, just go to patreon.com/Sarlacc Digest podcast, donate a couple of bucks there, or scan that QR code and donate. We appreciate it. Every dollar goes back into this show. Because of you, you're going to help pay for the gas money to get us down to LA Comic-Con in a couple of weeks. So
yes,
thank you. Thank you. Gas is not cheap here in California. So.
No, that's about $300 worth of gas. Just go 60 miles.
I know, right? 60 miles is going to take 3 hours, and we're going to have a great time talking Star Wars while we do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, the pit's on fire, guys. So go ahead, Scott.
All right. We've got Commander Bly in there. He was in there really early today talking about the author of this Lucas Wars that we're going to get into here. We've also got Stu John Jedi. We've got Hellrunner Base, who still hasn't gotten charged for his lat.
Well,
if I were you, I'd listen to what Scott Solo here says and contact Hasbro Pulse and ask them what the actual F, man. And let's see, who else have we got here? We've got the Max Rebo Experience. We've got Rhino Hobbies, John the Dad Dorn. We've got Hellrunner Base getting the question wrong. So I won't,
it was all,
dwell on that.
Well, that one was a hard question on our.
It was a hard question. There, I know that was fun. That was fun to come up with. Rick Jones. I decided I'm going to kind of mix it up, have an easy one and a hard one, as she says. And then we've got Mando Mike in there. What's up, Mando Mike? He's all right. We've got Santo 1414. We've got John Graber, the space jockey, spitting on Black Series as he does.
Why I oughta.
Hey, speaking of which, you better hawk them loogies, buddy, because these are in hand. I'm very happy about that. Chewbacca, the new Han Solo's out too. We'll talk about that on Monday, though.
Yeah.
So, anybody else wants to say hello? Just say howdy. We give you a shout out.
We also got Stu John. May the force be with you, Eric Grubb. Yes.
Yep.
What's up, Goody?
I think Max Rebo's talking about the tentacles of the Sarlacc. Is that the Shadow Council name? September birthdays, bored parents or cold parents. I mean, whichever.
Or
one hell of a party.
Yeah.
That's whenever you come out looking like the neighbor.
Yeah. Damn. Rick Jones talking to Hellrunner. Maybe you'll get a free Haslet gunship. Maybe, but this is a big company and they will not miss out on $500 or $400 and some dollars. They're going to make sure they get that. So, but I would be preemptive in
you have to. I mean, Darth Moocher here, he just had an issue with his Rattler. And you want to tell him about that issue?
I just got it. So they shipped it. I tracked it. FedEx said they attempted 2 times, delivery, and it was just, I couldn't track it. It wasn't never delivered. The driver doesn't remember ever delivering it, but it said, attempts 12, 2 attempts. I tracked it for like 2 weeks straight. It was stuck in whatever it was, called Hasbro. They told me to call FedEx, blah, blah, blah. And they're going back and forth. I'm all, stop. I need a new one, bottom line. But that came, my replacement did come last week. So they're very good over there at Hasbro. Yeah. They're very, very good. But again, because you haven't gotten charged, I wouldn't put it past them that they would use that as a technicality. You know what I mean? So make sure you get your gun ship, make sure you're charged and it's all set and done. So,
and you got to do it quick, because there is a window that they close on this thing too, Hal Runner. So
yes.
Yeah.
He
says I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
It says, so far on paper and in Hasbro systems, I've paid.
Okay.
Well, hey, then you're good.
Yeah. Well,
all right. Go ahead. Sorry, were you bringing up Max Reba?
I was just this goes back into September babies, because Scott had his birthday yesterday. Scott, what's up?
Hey.
My dad was born 9/7, and he was told this was conceived on 12/7. Wow.
Hey, my mom was born September 7th, 57. So yeah, September babies. Yep.
That's awesome. We got Scarab Scuttlebutt podcast. Hey gang, good to catch you live. Thank you so much for being here.
What's up, Scarab?
Well, there you go, Hal Runner. I mean, I think it's, as long as you have confirmation, I think you're good, man. And you know what? I honestly cannot wait for our Monday show when we do this toy chest, because there's a lot to go over. We have New York Comic-Con coming up, but just to tease that for a little bit. There was one thing. I do want to bring this up because it was brought up to us. We do have an audio only audience, and so I just want to address the audio part of it. Our contact information I put in our description, so you can always get a hold of us if we don't say it during the show. And sometimes our show is a little bit visual, so apologize that too. We'll do our best to try to bring those up, aspects of visual content when needed. So I just I just wanted to address that we see you, or you hear us, we see you. Yeah. Right. So we do appreciate you guys so much. I just wanted to say that. But I did put our email address. If you ever need to get a contact of us for any reason, just to say hi, the email is in the description. So,
or it's sarlaccdigest@gmail.com. There you go. Easy peasy.
You can take a guess at what her email is and be correct. Yep. All right. So what? Okay. So let's see. Commander Bly teased this at the very beginning of the hour. So he said, I listened to the author interviewed. Oh, look at
8:14.
Whoa, who had 8:15? Hal Runner, right? Hal Runner.
Make it interesting.
I'm getting him the credit for it. Right. Welcome, Ernie. What's up, man? We were honestly just beginning. So
how you doing?
Nice. So, Commander Bly was put this in the comment section. I'm going to explain to you what this is, and we're going to kind of go into if it's something that we need but don't want, or want but don't need, something in that aspect of what I'm going to talk about. Anyway, we all know the story.
I don't need.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. We all know the story of Star Wars, and I'm not talking the quote unquote story, not Luke's got, Star Wars in general, right? But we all kind of know Star Wars, how it got made. We've been told the story from, what was the first documentary back in the day was Star Wars for Jedi, which is a great documentary. There was the TV specials that had 3PO explaining to us, like on CBS or whatever it was.
Oh, God, that was great. Yeah.
Remember those?
Yeah,
and so we all kind of have this idea of how Star Wars was made. And I for one, have George Lucas's audio, his biography, his book. It goes from his childhood all the way to the making of Star Wars and beyond, right? So, there's always this mythos of how Star Wars was made, or how it was almost never made at the same time, how the stress involved around it. So for you guys that don't want to read a 400-page book or whatever, we're getting a graphic novel of the story of Star Wars. All right. This and this is I heard so Commander Bly said this is only part 1. I guess there's gonna be a part 2 of this. Well, this comes out tomorrow, Friday. I'm sorry, it's out. It came out yesterday. It came out yesterday. Yeah. You can order it in a couple days, but it's a graphic novel called Lucas Wars. It is the telling of the creation of Star Wars, but it's also George Lucas's life. It goes from his childhood to his accident to how he got into filmmaking and how he developed Star Wars going on. But this is a graphic novel, and it's I don't know how much new information we're going to get out of this, but it's another way of telling the other Star Wars story, right? Mm-hmm. The other one that I talk about all the time because I love behind the scenes stuff. And what everybody's going to get on it is like how close we were coming into a world without Star Wars. That I think Star Wars was always on the brink of never being released, always had so much against it, so many obstacles, even Lucas being hospitalized, all those things, which is a very, again, it's like one of those things like, what, the planets just aligned and spit out Star Wars for us because here we are almost 50 years later doing this, talking about the making of.
We need to buy a copy of it and have Scott read it to us in George Lucas.
Why not?
George Lucas. See, here's the point where I had to have my wife edit it because I couldn't do it myself. What I do find interesting though is that this graphic novel was originally written in French and it was released in, I believe, 2023.
Yeah, a couple years ago.
So yeah, this is the first American adaptation of it or English adaptation of it. And everything I've seen, because all the reviews I've seen so far are like translated reviews, that it is just an absolutely epic story and a masterful telling of this tale, this true story.
Yeah.
So I'm intrigued, man.
I am too. I think it's a great idea.
Cover.
It is such a great cover, dude. I love it. Like I almost want that as a poster,
Yeah.
Oh, I would. That should definitely be a poster.
Mm-hmm.
That is great artwork right there.
Yeah. We need to make. We'll get some shirts made and go to Celebration because he's got to be there. He's got to come.
That's pretty dope, dude. I actually love that idea because that's a great picture.
Yeah.
We have Matt Logic checking in. What's up?
So if you're all interested, it's hardcover. It's $30 on Amazon. So I mean, why not?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I have the book. We've got. I mean, even on Disney Plus, there's documentaries on there. You got the ILM, not the ILM, the ILM story, which does go into, I mean, really in depth on the making of Star Wars and George Lucas's struggles with it. It's got the making of Star Wars on there, the separate one. And again, there's other documentaries that have been out there. There's the, from Star Wars to Jedi. And it's just so fascinating. I visit it about once a year, kind of like going behind the scenes and especially the ILM story, I find it fascinating because where Stu John says it's the notion of never having a Star Wars, like if it failed, it's a dark corner of the multiverse I never want to see. Somewhere in the multiverse, there is a version of us that don't have Star Wars.
We're talking about Marvel or something. What though, it also goes back
Rick
to
Jones.
Same. It also goes back to, like you were saying, the very first behind the scenes where it was R2 and 3PO in the Death Star control room. Talking about the thing and, zooming in on screens.
Yeah.
That actually started my love of watching documentaries on filmmaking. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and I drive my wife crazy. Anytime I get a DVD, I'd pop it in and I'd watch the special features first. I want to know I want to know how they made the sausage. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it drives her crazy to this day that I still want to know how the sausage is made with every freaking movie. Right.
That's what I miss about DVDs. I would always spend I would get the deluxe version, the $29.99 version. And I'd watch the movie, and then I'd just spend the next couple of days digging through all the making of the behind the scenes, the cut scenes, the commentary. We didn't watch this with commentary yet, So it's like I miss that. It is a very important part of like movie love, and maybe that's what they need to get back to for getting us back in the movie theaters. It's like some sort of
I get end credits. I get end credits, and we all wait now for anything to happen.
100%.
But let's bring back the bloopers.
Please do. Oh my God.
I like bloopers at the end of a
you ever
movie.
get lost in I get lost in those all the
yeah.
time, like on Instagram or TikTok, right?
Yeah.
It's
was
those
always great, Oh, look, there's Joey tripping again. Oh
Yeah.
my God, Scott spilled his beer. Haha. Like,
Yeah,
it was funny. Yeah, it was always great.
Today is that a deleted scene will still come out from A New Hope that's never before seen, and an angle that we never seen. And it's like, where has this been? Like, there's got to be this archive of just. I mean, well,
the sandstorm always gets me,
right?
Oh,
because they look so different. Yeah, and there's always something else coming out, and I'm like, what is this? When was this?
Yeah.
And it was like, how big a part was that sandstorm scene that we still get new stuff from it, or the cost, the costumes they had and everything they had to wear, like that must have been brutal. Not only that, then sometimes we know why Harrison Ford is so pissed all the time, because he probably like shot all this stuff, right, and watched the movie and was like, the hell, I got sandblasted for nothing,
and he's still pulling dirt out of his ears. It's
exactly. Exactly.
What is what's filmmaking 101 is like on the director's side of it is like, be prepared to take your favorite scene and put it on the cutting room floor. Like be prepared to cut your the best, the most heartfelt scenes and just be lost because it just didn't serve the purpose of the story. It served your purpose. You know what I mean? And I love hearing that. And again, with this graphic novel, I've already ordered it. I've ordered the hardcover, so it should be coming in Friday. I saw a couple of like the excerpts, like the pages stuff, and it's done very comedically. I love the art. It's very simplistic, the artwork in it, and it's done, I think, as like, we're following George Lucas. If Scott wants to pull it up real fast.
I'm pulling it up real quick.
Yeah. So it's done well. Again, I don't know how much we're going to learn about it, but I think revisiting it is going to be awesome. But yeah, it goes from his car wreck to, I guess, his life, life in look at that.
This is the book. It's comic experts, or this is just a couple pages.
This is just a couple. This is from the book itself, the graphic novel.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. So it's look, it's awesome. It just takes it's just a different approach to it, right?
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you guys though. I'm going to be completely honest with you. When I first heard about this, which was hours ago, my initial response was like, are we running out of things to do in the Star Wars world where now we have a graphic novel of the making of, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that was a quick reaction. That was my Luke Skywalker, killing Kylo Ren instant reaction. But then I kind of thought about it, right? So, but yeah, I mean, check this out. For the audio guys, I'm sorry.
We're just going through a couple of random pages from the graphic
awesome.
novel. It's going through his life, watching Flash Gordon.
Yeah.
It shows his car wreck. It shows him it's kind of neat because there's some pops of color on things that have meaning.
Right.
So you see sound effects, and you see a pop of color on the lawnmower that he's pushing.
Yeah.
He was a hell of a landscaper.
His dad owned a drugstore and he wanted him to take it over. And that's was like, he was always being pushed at, but no, he wanted to be a filmmaker, right? He was obsessed with, just like all of us growing up, we were always obsessed with like the Saturday morning cartoons and movies and comics and everything. And, Luke.
That is a great idea and a great book. How is there not a business where you can hire somebody to draw out your life like this so you could have your life book to leave behind? I would love it in cartoon form.
Yeah.
Back in the late 80s, early 90s, there was a series of comic books called Rock and Roll Comics. And it was the stories behind bands, right? There was The Cure, there was Def Leppard, there was all sorts, anything that was really popular. There was Poison, there was Bon Jovi, there was all these different comics that were based on the short biographies of the actual artists. And this has that very same feeling. Everything is very cartoony. Everything's black and white. It's got that same vibe, and I'm digging it. So,
well, and honestly, there's a story there. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, we all know the story of Star Wars, both parts of it. That what's on screen and off screen. But there's a great human story there behind Lucas's journey to how he created all this. And like, he didn't expect this to happen. He didn't expect the 4 of us or 5 of us, to get every week and talk about Star Wars, but it just happened, it's nothing better than
at this point, the way that George acts and still talks, he still doesn't expect it. He still wonders why at Celebration there's all of these people that are like, why are you here? Like,
it's
just a movie.
Exactly. It's just shut up. It's not just a movie.
Yeah. I feel he's still that way. I mean, like we talked about it before. One of the best recollections, I think, and to see of George is where he's in that dude's video in the background. Like, dude, the dude was shooting that YouTube, and he looks and just pops in and is like, and then keeps walking. Like, he just goes into it's George Lucas. Oh my god, yeah. In his little, plaid shirt, probably had on his white tennis shoes, and
I wonder, like us living in SoCal and LA area, I wonder how many times that's actually happened to us. Just nonchalant going into Subway, and there's like,
seriously,
I love it.
You walking behind us.
No, I noticed that.
Yeah, I did see her at the I did see her at the airport. Never mind. Yeah. So, Stu John, my life comic might not be appropriate for all audiences. Just put the sticker on it, man. In fact, if you put the parental advisory sticker, you'll sell more.
Yes, you will.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man,
did he really?
I didn't know that.
What?
Yeah, no, I didn't know that. Yeah.
He was also in Beverly Hills Cop 3, by the way, too.
Really?
Yeah, he was on the Ferris wheel part of it. Yeah.
And he's also in Hook.
Is he really? In Hook?
Him and the people kissing is him and Carrie Fisher.
Oh, nice. Okay.
With the ones who are in the background who are like a couple, like the mom and dad type, and they kiss and they pan up. That's George Lucas and Carrie Fisher.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. All right.
Yeah. He was a fan of Hook and on the set many a time.
Sure.
I've actually caught a picture that Rufio posted one time.
That's Spielberg, right? Did Spielberg do Hook?
Yes.
Yeah.
Spielberg did Hook, right? And that somebody had pointed it out in a comment, and I looked when this was a while ago. And what's his name, Rufio, who does it? He does a lot of voice acting now. Still does shows and everything. He had a couple things of the background, and somebody's like, "Is that George Lucas?" And I looked and I was like, that is. And nobody else answered. I'm like, that's cool. Cause like you heard it all the time.
Yeah.
And so that's how that story goes is he was always on set with Spielberg. He's a fan of Peter Pan, the story. And then him and Carrie were there and he's like, hey, I need you guys to go over there and kiss and be on the background. And there it is. Yeah.
Love it.
I didn't know about the Saget one though. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And Bob Saget is a whole different character than Danny Tanner.
Yes, he is.
So
yes, he is.
we all remember where we were when we first heard Bob Saget stand up, and we were like, "That's not the Bob Saget I remember." That something like Pauly Shore's stand up versus Pauly Shore, right? It is like R-rated, X-rated.
There you go. There's George Lucas and Carrie Fisher right there.
Yeah. See,
there we go. Look at that.
As they fly up. You needed them. There you go.
I could totally see it.
Who the hell knew? I didn't. That's awesome.
Oh,
the
Jimmy
great
Kennedy
stories of some of the behind the scenes stuff, right? That we get and we still get to this day. Yeah.
Hell Runner, did you guys hear that Mando Grogu trailer might drop tomorrow? No. Is that like a Thursday night football thing, or is that me? We'll keep our eyes out, of course. I didn't hear anything about it.
Is Thursday night football on ABC?
No, I think it's on Prime.
Do your Tuscan Raiders play tomorrow, Joe, or no? They already played.
Thank God, no.
Hey, did they win, Joey?
Shut up, dude. I'm trying not to cuss.
Shut your face, Marco. Gosh.
I mean, I wouldn't care if it wasn't against the Chargers, but I mean, because I'm just saying, like
Tuscan Raiders. Yeah,
it's all right. It's the only game
so
that's gonna win.
It's not ABC because I would go on with that theory if it was ABC.
Right.
It's probably on Amazon Prime or Fox. I don't think it would be on ABC.
Oh, well, they own Fox now too, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Okay. How Runners is saying it's been circulating on Instagram today. Well, I hope so. I can see it, and if it is, it's probably going to be the one that we saw in Celebration. I'm not expecting like a full blown other like a different kind of trailer until maybe December, maybe Christmas time. Whatever for those movies, because then it's only because the movie's only 4 months away.
Well, then if we're getting that, then a sizzle reel would definitely be right now.
Yeah,
and then
yeah. Well. Like I expect the AT-AT hallway scene Mando thing to drop, that become public. Maybe that's what it is. It becomes, because again, it was Celebration and never seen the light of day since. So that would be cool if it does. We'll keep our eye on it for it.
That'd be awesome. I do find it funny though that people are still complaining. Wait, that's actually the name of the movie?
Oh no. Yeah.
Of what?
Yeah.
Mando Grogu.
Mando Grogu.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the adventures of. It's not.
Nope.
The tales of. We got James Morrow checking in. What's up? I heard that the trailer was going to premiere on Jimmy Kimmel. Oh, never. Yeah.
Damn.
Oops.
Who's out?
They pulled everything, even sponsors.
Okay. And you're right, Stu John. That is kind of a crappy name. It is, but
we were all kind of like, no, it's a placeholder. It's got to be, because we were kind of hoping for something else too. So,
yeah. But hey, it is what it is.
We got TD3 Trooper checking in.
What's up?
Yeah. So, bottom line, the more the merrier on making of Star Wars in any kind of format. Pretty soon it'll be Star Wars the musical, which is not the movie. It's going to be how it's made. Coming to Broadway. I'm sure that honestly,
I work in the theater. We could devise that. I'll set the 70s music and stuff.
Scott, they already have the Shakespeare readings and the books of Star Wars. So why not like Star Wars the musical, but it's George Lucas's making of? That would be fantastic, dude.
George Lucas in Love, but set to because wasn't the love interest.
So anywho, it is showing on ABC and CBS.
It is
and Prime Video. Yeah.
Okay, so keep your eyes out. So maybe Mando Grogu.
That's a definitely maybe.
Right.
It's a could be.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Douglas Tupper wants it in pantomime. Okay. All right. For the drama.
Exactly. Well. Speaking of teasers / trailers or whatever, Scott, bring it up. You know what I'm talking about.
Okay. So I do know what you're talking about. We're talking about this. Look at that handsome fella right there.
If anything screams Star Wars, it's the Waterworld remake of.
Yeah,
Ryan
he's got
Gosling.
a map on his back.
He's got a map on his back.
The kids got like a Star Wars looking belt.
That was it.
Yeah.
And
that's it.
Maybe some Han pants.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this Rick Jones again, Waterworld. I mean, okay, so this is the first, besides the black and white.
Right.
So I guess we
right here.
Color confirmed. So
oh yeah, that's right. I said it was going to be shot. Well, no, this is the director's photo. So we don't know that yet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was posted earlier today on Sean Levy's. It was posted on his Instagram page.
Yeah,
they're in the Mediterranean Sea right now, filming off the coast of Greece, I believe. And yeah, it just makes me think. Okay,
Waterworld.
Yeah, well, I started thinking, okay, what is this? What is this? Is this set a long time ago and the kids and adults in the future? Pat, are we seeing flashbacks? Is the kid the starfighter and he's? I mean, no, I'm stretching now.
So, well, okay, because our heads go. I guarantee you, this is the subplot of whatever Ryan Gosling's character. Right, he's probably like this ace, hotshot starfighter pilot, but became disenfranchised or whatever. Maybe he has, like I said, he's a single father now. He's got his son. He's got to take care. Now he's being pressured to join some sort of crusade, some sort of fight, some sort of whatever. And no, I'm a working man now. I've got a business.
You notice whenever there's when there's a movie about like a strong warrior or a famous warrior or some kind of pilot or something like that, or not pilot, but whenever there's a strong warrior involved and they want to leave, they always leave to be a fisherman.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What
The docile life of a fisherman, or like oh, he's just out. Where is Ace? He's retired now in the Mediterranean Sea of Naboo. Who knows? And yeah. Matt Logic, it is not AI. This is straight from Sean Levy's his account, and it made its rounds. But yeah, I know that we're gonna have a backstory to this, and I know that there's got to be some sort of whatever, right? But again, from one still image, got my
I'm still sticking to my story.
Yeah, got my my wheels spinning on like that. What I just said, something where he's just, I'm minding my own business. I'm retired. I don't do this anymore, and he's got to, and
I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Yeah, so I don't know, guys. What yeah, Waterworld, it's just it's weird because nothing on that screams Star Wars to me at all. Not like the black and white picture. The black and white picture was like, oh, all right, cool, it's a Star Wars movie. But again, this is just a teaser. I'm not gonna base any of my like expectations off this. It's just one of those things where it's like, all right, maybe the stories go into this basic story of what I just said. So what do you guys
honestly
think?
I wish they would stop showing stuff now and just wait till they're gonna drop a teaser.
Sometimes I kind of too just
I
don't
because I mean, if you think about it, this is like the old Vanity Fair magazines, right, where we would get a picture of Darth Maul jumping through the air, or he and Obi-Wan Kenobi flying at each other, scenes that didn't actually happen in the movies, but it just kind of follows that
production
long tradition.
Photos. Yeah.
Production photos, exactly. That long tradition of production photos that are just kind of like makes you curious. What is this about? What's going on here?
Yeah.
Because that, like you said, doesn't scream Star Wars. But then again, neither does an island in the middle of the ocean with the Jedi temple on it, right? I mean,
if you showed me that, I would be like, on one hand, it's for us what we do. Yeah, cool, right? But I am with Joey, and I've told you guys this before. I'm with Joey on the fact that, this is where Joey's going. I would love to just sit in a movie theater, see a trailer, and 3 months later it's out, or 6 months later, whatever it is, and just kind of like enjoy it from the not knowing a thing, And I think that's for us and movie going, that's fantastic, right? Because we get ourselves in trouble sometimes when we see too much. Then it's like, oh, well, we have all these photos and interviews and all these things. We put the entire story together, and then when it comes out, it's completely backwards, not as is, just completely missed the mark, and then everybody gets mad. You know what I mean? Like, I'm mad at it because it wasn't something that I thought it was gonna be, and it's like, movies shouldn't be predictable. They shouldn't be that. But so with that adage, you still can do it. You can put production photos like this and still have the adage of less is more, right? Without a full blown, again, when we get into the TV spots and the trailers and all that stuff,
that's where it starts to drive me crazy. Whenever I'm watching just a regular TV show and I see the Millennium Falcon crashing in a forest, back in 11 years ago or whatever, I was like, what are you showing me that for? I don't want to see that. It's
when Rey held the red lightsaber. You remember at the last was it the last?
What does it mean? Yeah, The Last Jedi. At that point, you're right. Less is more.
When Finn was holding up the lightsaber,
that too. Well, that was on the that was on the poster. One little moment. And it was just a protection moment. They made it like it was a plot point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was yeah.
Which, I mean,
the actor himself is still wondering about
he's
that.
He's still pissed off.
Yeah, he's still pretty upset. You get to the point where it's like, okay, well, you don't want to tell them the actual story. You do want to have some misleading stuff up there to make people question, but at the same time, don't give too much away.
They need to get back to that mystery. They really do, and I think it's something. And sometimes they do it for that to curb people's expectations on something because they don't want first day bombs. But again, once people start running with a certain idea, it's almost like it's inevitable. It's a bomb before it comes out. Who knows?
Okay, what do you think? Like what Mando Mike said. What do you think goes through their minds when something like The Force Awakens, where they show Finn with that lightsaber and they know his story, what it's going to be like, But they see how the crowd
Did they,
reacts. They're
though?
like, "Whoa, he's gonna be a big deal," and then he turns out not to really be that big of a deal. It's like you would think.
Well, I mean, that
like,
was his nickname. Big deal.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, it was, huh?
Yeah. So if
you would think the producers or somebody would be like, "Oh, dang, we messed up."
Yeah, no.
Because
so here's my thought on that, Joey. If they had an outline of all three and they we know exactly where it's going, and they gave us this picture of Finn with a holding lightsaber, and then we had the last two movies, I was like, okay, what? You bait and switched us, whatever. But because we know now they made this movie, and the next director and didn't do nothing with it, and the next writer, he didn't do anything that he set up in the first movie, didn't do anything with it. And it seemed like they were just writing on the whim and never revisited things, then yes, it's a big red flag, but it's almost like they didn't know what they were doing. So putting Finn with a saber made sense to them at that moment, but at the next day it fell apart because they didn't continue that. Like Rian Johnson didn't use that, and J.J. Abrams didn't pick that back up. You know what I mean? So
Hasbro releasing the pictures of the Rey figure with the lightsaber in the end of the movie outfit about, I don't know, 2 weeks before the movie dropped. It was like, okay, so I guess Finn's not the Jedi.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's a complete mess, and I hate the sequels. So there was a thing we were talking about on the toy show about like how the prequels have become a new generational Star Wars. Like that's their Star Wars, right? Even though that's our Star Wars too. And someone said, mentioned like the sequels will be someone's Star Wars at one point. I'm like, I don't think so. I just don't think so. I don't think it holds that much nostalgia for people who even seen it as kids today. I could be wrong.
Maybe.
I could be wrong.
Maybe.
But I just don't think it holds that. It doesn't hold it. The hero's journey doesn't hold it as much on the sequels than it did even, the prequels with Clone Wars and the original trilogy. I just don't think the sequels have it enough for the kids to. They might say, "Oh yeah, I remember those movies are badass," but they're not going to make podcasts about it. You know what I mean?
But if you watch Resistance and then you watch the sequels, that makes it all so much worse. So don't do that.
So much worse. Yeah. Do you know? Okay, do we know the budget for Starfire? Is that something we can look up or anything?
I looked it up. There is no official budget in anywhere. There's nothing confirmed on it. So
what about Mando Grogu? Do you know about that?
Damn it! Fine, I'll go look up that.
Sorry. Yeah, Commander Bly, he used to go crazy hunting down spoilers. Now I stay away from like it's I try to go in clueless. Even with this podcast 8 years ago when we started, I personally have tried to be spoiler free. It's hard. It's hard because that's what we do, but that's why we have this kind of like MO of only talking about official things of trailers, TV spots, teaser trailers, and interviews. And a lot of times interviews will give away a lot. There has been leaks. Chris, I think Joey and Chris, I don't know if Scott and Ernie have really if
they fall on my lap and Chris puts it in my lap.
Yeah. I'm not looking because
I'm definitely not looking in your lap. No.
I'll look at Joey's lap, but I don't want to read a script. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. So, all right. To answer your question, the Mando Grogu movie budget is $166.4 million.
Yeah, that's
making it the cheapest Star Wars film in the Disney era.
You know what? Good. Because they need to know they need to do a lot more with a lot less.
Yeah. That means it was filmed in Barstow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Possibly.
They
From what we if you take that AT-AT scene, if that's the kind of energy we're getting in this movie, I think we're in good hands. I really do.
Sometimes the spectacle just becomes a little too much, right? I mean, you look at Attack of the Clones, you look at Revenge of the Sith. They are highly animated movies, too much effects, not enough substance. If 166.4 million means it's more substance, more practical effects, more down to pardon my pun here, but down to earth action, right? It's not Earth. I don't want to see the Barstow Station in Mando Grogu, but at the same time, you seeing Obi-Wan Kenobi standing next to a bunch of Joshua trees was really off-putting, right?
For us, it was. But anybody who's not from the Mojave Desert area, they're like, "Oh, that's alien enough."
And I'm sitting there going, "Hey, that's Marco's backyard."
I have 4 of them that legally we cannot touch. We can't tear them down. They have to fall
Are those
naturally.
trees AI?
Yeah. That's the thing. Joshua trees are an endangered species for some reason. There's billions of them out here and they're still endangered. But if you have one on your property, you can't take it off. You cannot.
You could get them relocated, but that costs
but you got to pay for it. But you also have to if they fall naturally. Oops, my car ran into it. I don't know. If they fall naturally, that's the only way legally. Otherwise, you get fined.
If you bump it, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, technically it's a flower. There you go. Barstow is the new Tatooine. Yes.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
We're going to go to Needles. We're going to film it in Needles.
Is Mando and Grogu being shot fully on the volume?
No, it is not.
Not fully. What was I reading? There was another like big time location. Oh, well, Ahsoka's on location. That's what I was reading. Ahsoka's location shooting. Yeah. Yeah,
Ahsoka's location shooting mostly over across the pond in the UK, right?
Yeah.
My understanding is that Mando Grogu was filmed mostly in California. Lot of use of the volume, but not completely volume. So
right. Yeah, I mean, yeah. We're gonna find out soon enough. Pretty damn soon actually. It's the hype train is gonna be hitting us pretty soon, right when we get into the holiday season. Again,
if they shot in LA, I would think that the sets were fantastic.
Yeah.
If they did.
Like I said, dude, just like that AT-AT scene. That's all I need. We're going back to the less is more. If they they did just give us that, but they added some other things going on, but I didn't need to see Zeb anymore. I didn't need to see the Razor Crest. That hallway scene. I was
just have to show us the toy AT-AT and then you build the inside. That's it.
Yeah. And a new snowtrooper with the removable,
without the cloth.
Dude.
Face covering.
Come on, dude. Anything.
I was watching Superman the other night and my honey was like, "What is this?" Because she saw the part, where the water comes through and tears up the town. Yeah. And that was like all little models, like you could tell in
the original Superman.
Yeah.
And it rushed through and everything. And she's like, "What are you watching?" And I'm like, "This is fantastic cinema." Look at that. This was the realest thing back then.
The reverse earthquake. The dirt comes out of Lois Lane's mouth.
Yeah. But all those tiny houses, even with the tiny people that were there, I'm like, that's beautiful.
As much as I don't complain, but as much as I know that Superman is a dated movie, the gutsiness of them just spinning the world in the opposite direction to turn back time was the high fantasy that we all miss. Because you know what? Yeah. We're not dumb. The audience isn't dumb. Okay, but them to just put that in a very comic book idea and it works in that movie. I feel like today's movies don't take chances like that, and they have to ground everything so much that's like that can't happen. It's like no shit, it can't happen. But that's
that's why we end up with a He-Man movie set in Los Angeles.
I am so upset just on that notion, and I'm hoping that the He-Man movie is high fantasy like I want. And I do hope it's on Eternia at some point, but I really am disappointed that just the notion that we're on Earth on that, because again, the audience isn't stupid. We're not stupid. You can put a high fantasy Eternia movie and be great.
Absolutely, Stu John. The earthquake shit was scarier than you'd think for California kids.
Dude, I was deathly afraid of that being buried alive like Lois Lane. That's what. Yeah. And the dirt, that's what really got me as a kid, like that scene.
I always thought that on earthquakes we were all going to fall into cavernous openings. I also thought there was going to be quicksand everywhere, and
everywhere.
Yes, and I also thought that everyone wanted to sell you drugs, and none of that.
And the Russians were bombing.
Everybody was that's a Ruski.
Yeah, every paratrooper that we saw, every skywriting.
Don't say nothing invading. To them. Yeah.
Drop in cover, and the Russians are invading. That's how we
go.
Up,
That's how we grew up through school and programs and everything. Yeah. All of those. What were those called? We had to go to the cafeteria and watch about the drugs once, and it was just a picture, but it was shown slow, right? It wasn't a movie, but they made it look like it. Yeah. Hey, Joey, do you want drugs? And it's me like this.
But it turns black and white as you move.
I don't know. I don't know if you guys. I don't know if you guys experienced this, but when I was going, I remember going to school in Long Beach in elementary, hearing air raids going off, and they literally had us going like under our desk and stuff. Like you can literally hear
only
air raids
if you drove towards the old. Yeah, my PI used to live over by the base. And you would still hear it over there sometimes. I remember because one time I got scared at night. And I said, they're just doing stuff on the base. When I was a kid, you're playing outside. I was like,
wow, no, I never.
What is going on?
There was no air raids. So.
We would always have just the F4 Phantoms flying overhead all up here in the desert. I've been up here in the desert since '83, man, back when we had the Air Force Base. And there was one. Okay, so the night after ABC aired that movie, The Morning After. So there was The Morning After, where it was all about nuclear, the nuclear holocaust of America, right? The day after that film, an F4 Phantom crashed about 2 miles from my house and sent up a mushroom cloud. So all of a sudden, my mom is freaking out. My aunt is calling, saying, "It's the end! It's the end! Oh my god!"
You bust out Wolverines.
Yeah. But it was the next day after. Yeah, the day after.
Wow.
We had my friend was pulling pieces of this jet out of his backyard and stuff. It was crazy.
It's like as much fun as we had as kids, like the 80s growing up was probably the best time that as someone pulls up in a van, they actually gave you candy, so it's like they didn't always kidnap you. But anyway,
it's funny because they said to watch that, but yet those were our ice cream man here. We're vans that you had to stop all the time. Yeah. I remember being in school like, so I can't get ice cream? Why can't I get ice cream?
Exactly. Yeah.
He has the cigarette gum. He has candy. He has Choco Tacos.
He's got everything.
Yeah.
As much as so many cool stuff was going on, we had that. Like I said, the environment was still, like I said, the Russians were always invading. I mean, the pinnacle of Rocky IV, man. Like we had the Iron Curtain still.
Bro, everybody cheered in Rocky IV.
Yeah.
That was probably still one of the loudest movies I've ever seen as a kid, with the whole theater chanting USA.
Oh, it was great.
USA.
It was great.
Yeah.
James Brown's, Living in America was our theme song.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, it was great, man. But again, it was like I said, with the movies, taught us a lot of stuff. Natural disaster movies, Poseidon Adventure, Earthquake, all that stuff.
Yeah.
It scared the crap out of us as kids, man. And like I said, sometimes you need these high fantasy movies to get us out of these realities. And so my plea to Hollywood has always been, stop remaking stuff and then come up with some cool things and trust your audience is smart enough to understand what's going on. And they are. I mean, come on. As much as I want to,
it's always hard because we're still waiting for the flying cars. Still waiting for a DeLorean.
What did Red Foreman say on the 70s show? He goes, "They promised us jetpacks, and we don't have jetpacks."
Yeah, like, dude, we're still. I know how advanced we are. Yes, but we're still missing a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, the Night Stalker was just crazy.
My wife lived in the area where he was stalking, where he was attacking people.
I wasn't even allowed at Robert's house because his last name was Ramirez. Like, dude, is that his uncle? Is that a cousin? No, Mom, I don't think everybody's a Ramirez. Is just
everybody with Ramirez is bad. Ernie, this.
Close your window.
Yeah,
close your window.
I remember that.
Everything.
Lock
your door.
My ex-wife, she grew up. Right, they caught him 2 streets over from where she grew up. Growing up, she was there, living there, and they caught her 2 streets over.
So was Julie.
Yeah, so like the words got back because she was from East LA. The words got back like they caught him like down the street, it was.
They beat the
fun
shit
times
out of him too whenever he was caught.
Yeah,
the neighborhood, they beat the hell out of that guy.
Is that dude still alive?
No, he died.
he died.
He died a few years
He
ago.
did? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he actually died of
Cancer.
diabetes.
Mm,
Diabetes.
cancer.
I
Wasn't
thought
it?
he had cancer of some
Did
sort.
he have cancer? Well, either way, thoughts and
Yeah.
prayers.
Yeah. It wasn't horrible
Nice,
enough.
Stalker.
Let's put it that
Yeah.
way.
That's crazy.
Lymphoma. There we go.
Yeah, right. The artist picture
Yeah.
looked nothing like the real guy. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
We grew up with
lymphomas.
some
Yeah,
crazy stuff.
Yeah, lymphoma. Yep.
Lymphoma. Yeah.
But we ran to escape to Star Wars with all of the stuff that we were told and everything, but
Mhm.
we still don't have a working lightsaber till this day. We
No,
you know,
we're
Yeah.
this close though. This
Yeah.
close.
yeah.
With those guys that made those lightsabers with like that flame. I mean, the flame. It's like
Yeah.
Plasma burst. Yeah. That was pretty
I-
good.
Every
Pull the
single
legs
one
it.
of us though would hurt each other immediately.
Dude,
Oh, absolutely.
we'd all be blind.
Like this, Joey. Check this
limbless.
out. My tank would blow up. Chris has already cut off 2 of Scott's arms. I'm sorry, bro. That was an accident.
My bad.
That's why you have 2
Yeah.
arms.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's just a flesh wound.
Yeah. It is everything. Scott has his arm cut off and still telling him it's supposed to be the hand.
Yeah. the hand, dude.
Yeah.
Fun fact about the Night Stalker, though, Mask, the cartoon, the toy, the mask. There was a mask. There was a hurricane vehicle that was originally called the Night Stalker,
Right.
but it came out right around the same time that he was
Oh, did they
hunting
pull
down
it?
people. So they changed the name of it to Hurricane. So fun fact.
Yeah.
80s.
James Moreau says, "Yeah, but the scars would be cool." Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah, just need the lightsaber and trim the hedges. Yeah.
I take that. Knowing
we
my
don't
luck,
have
I would
any of
start a
that.
wildfire and everything had burned down.
I would love
Let's chop
Lightspeed.
those Joshua
We
trees
could go to
down.
Lightspeed to some places. That would be great.
Dude, teleport. Like the only thing I would love about Star Trek is the
Star Trek?
teleportation. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the only thing. Because I'm sitting here going like, I just want to go down the Hobby Lobby real fast, but that's like so far away. If I could just go there real fast, and then, that's why I love Amazon so much.
I want to beam down to work so I can avoid the Cajon Pass. That'd be incredible.
Yeah. Imagine
Yeah,
everybody would
there's
have
no-
a dream job.
Instant carterization. There's no need for hospital. It's already just cover it. Yeah, sure. Moocher
loves Trek. Get the hell off my lawn.
Get the hell out of my store. If you don't like Star Trek, then why you have the phaser here? To weed out Trekkie bleep like you. Never mind. Fanboys. But anyway,
James says we have Lightspeed on the 215.
Oh,
Yeah.
Elon will create the flying car. I bet. Yeah, whatever.
yeah.
Anyway,
Starfighter. Starfighter
No,
doesn't
did
look
you
anything like
guys-
Starfighter.
did you guys see that? It's the creator of Andor, the writer of Andor.
Oh, yeah,
he was
Gilroy.
talking about. Yeah, Gilroy was talking about the fact that he would love to see some sort of a Clea and Vel hunting down Imperials, like in the old days, right? With the hunting down Nazis and stuff like
Like in
that.
Glorious Bastards, kind of.
Glorious
thing, right?
Bastards.
Right.
Yeah.
What's up, Arthur Henderson?
What would you guys say about that pair? It doesn't even have to be necessarily Clea and Vel; they could be part of it. But what would you think of a story written by Tony Gilroy of hunting down ex-Imperial?
So like post, like Mando verse era, right? These
Mando, right? And it could
Imperial
even
romance.
be Cara Dune. I mean, because that's her thing,
No,
right? Hunting down
I
Imperials.
want it
if
kind
you
of in
wanted
that
to.
Andor thing. They left that open. I think we should start in Andor. Remember when she saw her in the car as like the chauffeur,
Yeah,
and like she didn't even know she was there? I would like for the show to start there. Like, what happened? Where did they separate? And then after, we're back as like the most badass team of hunters ever and go after everybody. Just to like set it up. If we're using those two. If we're using those two, then give us.
if you're using Vel because Clea is a different character. I forget what her
story.
name was.
like her
the
real
one that
name.
was
Who? I thought that was the two.
No. Clea is Luthion's assistant, or not assistant, but
The girl.
partner.
Mhm.
And,
Her.
and Vel is Mon Mothma's
cousin.
cousin.
Right? Cousin, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was going off of the cousin, and I thought her lady. I thought that's who that was.
No, she dead.
The one girl. Hmm.
Dead.
Luthen's girl. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Who I think she's a badass. I think it'd be awesome, but she never actually got her hands dirty though.
Just at the Vel or Clea?
Clea never really got
blew
her
up the
hands
hospital,
dirty.
and she killed Imperial guards. Getting
right,
to
she
Luthen.
did. Never mind. Let's go.
Yeah,
Cinta. Thank you, Hellrunner.
Cinta.
Yeah, thank you, Cinta.
Woo-hoo.
There we go.
What's up, Chris K?
Yeah.
Checking in.
What's up,
Late
Chris?
stuck at work, 5 a.m. Here, watch before bed. Well, sorry you're stuck at work. But,
yeah, she was. I think she definitely had to kill a bunch of people, or Luthen wouldn't let her live.
The idea of that kind of show. Okay, first off, Tony Gilroy, hands down, yes. I always said hand him
to give us that type,
just whatever. My initial thought is like, I know Andor was controversial because it didn't have the Star Wars elements other than the political and the visuals of just the Empire and the oppression, which again, that era should be 100%. That era should be, and I love that era where it's scarce. I actually prefer that kind of Star Wars. So I think, man, I don't know about like hunting down officers and the Imperial stuff, but I would love a Jedi to be involved in that somehow, some way of hunting down the Inquisitors after the fall. After like would it be cool to like after the fall of the Empire, the Inquisitors were hunted? And it was a group of like, it could be Clea and it could be Vel as like the intelligence and whatever, sabotage and all that stuff. But a couple of Jedi Force users or something like that, hunting down like the remaining Inquisitors that are out there. Because we always had the Order 66 and the aftermath of that and hunting down existing Jedis. But then what about like this after like this Mandoverse where Gideon was doing his things, right? But where are all the Inquisitors? You know what I mean? Right. Were they all accounted for and killed? Did they go on the run? How many survived and all that stuff? That would be kind of like awesome for a Gilroy series to kind of like go for it. I think if instead of more of the same, I think add in the hunt of Inquisitors plus Imperials. You could do with that whole just Imperial remnants in general. That'd be great.
That'd be
and like I said, give him the keys to anything and throw lightsabers in his hand somewhere or force abilities. I'm all in, dude. I think that guy has a vision of great cinematography, and Star Wars will lend him those tools. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let me see. Hellrunner has a good question. How many Inquisitors were there? Because I mean, we only had.
If you go by the 11th and 12th, and I think it's like 12, it's sisters and brothers, you know.
Right. I never saw anything past that.
They don't count brother. 6, 7, and 8. Those were different mamas.
So
yeah. As far as we know, I think it goes up to the 11th sister,
12th brother,
and the 12th brother.
Yeah.
That's all as far as we know.
So does that mean that there's 11 sisters and 12 brothers, or are they all sequentially numbered? Despite
they've never repeated. I don't think.
No, they haven't.
Right?
Not that I'm aware of.
What do you mean, like 7th brother, 7th sister?
It's not the first like brother and first sister.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's always been like, So I think
it does seem. But we've never seen the two in the room at the same time. We've never seen the 7th brother and the 7th sister.
We don't know Vader's plans.
That's my name, Stu John. I'm the 9th Uncle Daddy. That's what they call me in Star Wars. Yeah.
But no, I'm kind of for it. As long as we get something that is as well produced as Andor was, and you want to throw in some aspects of the Force. I mean, because if we're talking about after Return of the Jedi, right, that means that the Jedi should no longer be in hiding. Survivors of that, and we could actually see some lightsaber action.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of cool like that. The same people who complain about Andor's lack of Force-related material are the same ones that complain there are too many Jedi survivors. You are not wrong, Stu John. You are not wrong.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think because now we've established the Empire in itself, even the fall of the Empire, which was the leadership, they cut off the head. But again, everything that we got set up from after, the Inquisitors, Vader's secret apprentices, all those things could come into play with a with a series like that, right? That should have been like, okay, you take that aspect of it and you take Luke's reforming of the new Jedi Order. That should have been our 7, 8, 9, right? I mean, that's the era that we really wanted to live in. And we are getting it. Yeah. So there is some possibility. And like, okay, so 2 points on the Gilroy thing, right? First off, he mentioned that would be a cool show because I think it was brought up to him and he's like, yeah, that's awesome. But he's also mentioned that Lucasfilm is currently involved in a Star Wars project that's, didn't he say strange and different, like
strange and different.
And I think he had mentioned somewhere in the lines of a horror, like a horror-esque kind of thing. And he said they're working on like a horror Star Wars, you know what I mean? He's mentioned that. So I mean,
hey, that works for me. I'm all for different.
I know. Right now.
I don't know.
Why no Emmy for Leslie Headley? You know what, man? It's pitchforks.
Put Vernestra in everything. I think that's what Mando Mike keeps saying. Put Vernestra in everything.
She was robbed. Okay, Stuja, what if they do some sidebar stuff in the World Between Worlds that does a soft reset to some sequel crap while keeping the story going on from the Mandoverse? If you start doing that, then I think it's the easy cop out, right? And that's why our whole argument of the World Between Worlds is like, again, there's still some explaining to do. I think Filoni still has some explaining to do on what it exactly is and how it can affect, because what we know is that Ezra was able to penetrate it. Save Ahsoka.
PG-13 show, buddy. PG-13 show.
Save Ahsoka, pull her out into the World Between Worlds, and she went back to the same timeline because, quote unquote, she knew where her place was. Why couldn't she just go with Ezra? But okay, so there's some rules there. Is Ahsoka really dead at this point? You know what I mean? Was she supposed to die? And there's a lot of questions that need to be answered. If we start to, I think there's one point, it's like we start to explore it to the fullest, that might get us pigeonholed into something where it's like, yeah, you could go into the World Between Worlds and manipulate things, to the point. With regards to the sequels on how to retcon it, you could still do a lot of retconning through gearing up. Now, that one little kids book that we had, that pop-up book, does a great job retconning the sequels on Snoke's level. Snoke, First Order, that kind of stuff. I mean, it kind of like, I put me on going, all right, I think I buy it. I think I could buy that into Snoke's role and the Emperor's role.
It's just sad that it had to come from a pop-up book instead of actual storytelling.
Not First Order, not New Republic, not Luke's whole running away, all that. I mean, again, we've gotten into all that stuff before, and I'm sure we'll get into it again. But in my opinion, they should just take 7, 8, and 9 and say, hey, that's Legends. and make a new 7, 8, and 9. That's what I think they could do. And I don't think anybody would go, oh man. I think a lot of people will go, let's go, let's do this. We're here for it.
Broom boy wakes up in his bed. Mom, tell me the story again of
and that's how it could have been. And so this is how it and what really the whole Clue ending. That's what could have happened.
Yes.
And this is what should have happened. I didn't want to bring this up, but we were talking about Luke Skywalker, or we just mentioned it about his role. I saw someone put a really good video together about like all the stuff that he did throughout the original trilogy, and then like I said, we've talked about his whole running away and doing this thing and having that instant killing my best friend's son, my nephew, and all that stuff. It really doesn't fit. Like, it really doesn't fit Luke Skywalker's narrative. So I'm like, I think we need to explore that another time. Again, like really take Luke and really like fast forward to today and really take his character and say, okay, we've justified it here because we have no choice, right? It's canon.
That's what we do.
So now is there a time to take another look at it and going like, was it really justified? It'll probably just piss us off even more. So I don't know.
Probably
just leave it alone. But Backyard Tart. Hey, what's up, Backyard TARDIS? It's okay.
He disappeared like the TARDIS. It's amazing.
James Morrow, the entirety of the sequels took place in Palpatine's imagination between the moment Vader let go and when he hit the Death Star core. Yeah.
It was all a dream.
Yeah. They brought me back to kill me again. Okay, whatever.
Or you get a Snoke being wasted. That Snoke had an idea of what would happen.
Snoke, right?
And then and then the Snoke gets flushed and just starts all over.
Like
again.
I like Rey as a character. I like Kylo Ren as a character. I like the Knights of Ren. There's some concepts in the sequels I really dig, and I really thought it was really good. Just foundations, right? Not calling it Sith, calling it Knights of Ren. It was really cool, and it was something. But again, the whole rinse and repeat, and it just really got remade. But I don't know, man. I think a
Rey and Kylo school project, and Kylo's like erasing a paper. Why do you always have to make me a bad guy?
That's not how it happened.
Yeah,
this is how it happened. Finn, the greatest Jedi of all time, and that would make 3 people happy. You know, so
greatest Jedi of all time.
You know, yeah. But anyway, guys. All right, let's get out of here. I think as it gets closer to the holidays, I think we're going to get a lot more Mando Grogu. I do feel that the hype is going to start. It better. I hope they don't just have this like nonchalant attitude. And I say they, I mean like the marketing team of Lucasfilm and Disney. If you're returning to Star Wars and you just put some energy, momentum behind it, like get back to those days of like marketing, sipper cups, toys, whatever it is, man. Happy Meal toys. Do something with it. Grogu's a marketing master
juggernaut.
100%. Those two together are it's just too good to kind of like just let it go into theaters and let it pass.
Let's do it. Kentucky Fried Chicken, Pizza Hut, and Taco Bell.
I'm ready, man. I'm ready. Like I had my gallbladder removed to grow another one. Let's go.
Do it. Yeah.
So
the oddest toys we ever hunted ever.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Was
100%.
Pizza Hut, Kentucky Fried Chicken, and Taco Bell.
The Taco Bell ones, especially, right? Yeah, the balancing.
I hate all 3 franchises, but I had to eat it, you know. So
yeah.
Put McDonald's in the mix, and I'm probably I won't
You're
live.
in trouble.
I won't live to see the movie, but I'll have the toys. All right.
McDonald's hasn't yet. It was Burger King who came out with those other cool ones. The ships and the people, the like tiny people, like before Pops was a thing. Remember they made them like miniature, and there was like 100 or something like that. That was Burger King.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Again, you're right. Let's see some Grogu Happy Meal stuff.
Put Del Taco,
Burger King glasses. There we go.
Yeah. And McDonald's in the mix, and
we're glasses too.
Hey, just so you guys know, also be on the lookout. We've got a we've got a review video coming of this, and I'm not going to tell you what it is just yet. All sabers.
I bet it's a sabers in there.
Maybe.
Are they sweatpants?
It's sweatpants. I'm going to do a review of sweatpants, and they've got this really special saber shaped thing on this. Never mind. But yes, All Sabers are friends of ours, all Star Wars fans and All Sabers, and they sent us this lovely saber here. There is going to be a review, and then this saber right here, the one in my hand, it's an empty box, is going to be given away to one of our lovely Shadow Council members. We're not entirely sure what hoops you're going to have to jump through, but if you are a Shadow Council member, you're going to get a All Sabers dueling saber.
Major obstacle is
a chance to win. A chance to win.
One of the major obstacles is become a Shadow Council member. That's it. You know,
there you go.
Details to follow. Yeah, so we're very excited for that. Again, special thanks to.
Let me just say, I'm tuning up my skills. So be ready.
Save it for the ladies, big guy. Save it for the ladies.
Commander Blige is going to send his mailing address. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, guys. Well, let's get out of here. Thank you so much. We'll wait for more information of Starfighter / Waterworld. Starfighter, but it's not stars. It's actually ocean. I don't know. Whatever. So, yeah. Steve John.
Hell Runner Base, did you hear that? You have another chance to complain while I win.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I want to bring attention to our Monday show, which this Monday we're going to have another toy chest show. And the Lat Hat, if you know what the Lat Hat is. And Commander Bly, I want to give a special thank you so much for just being part of an awesome community. Commander Bly is making this Star Wars community so much better by making Lat Hats. And Stooge and Jedi won the Lat Hat. So we expect pictures, a video, something, whatever. Maybe you come on wearing the Lat Hat once you get it. So awesome. If you want to find out more of all that stuff.
Stu John wins on subscribing.
Oh man.
Wow.
But so Monday, I'm just gonna do the Monday promo, Ernie, and then you guys, and then you can take it away. But Monday we're doing the toy chest. We're back. It's gonna be a good one. Life after the Lat. What's happening now that we don't have the Lat to talk about? Like, what are we in depression mode? Are we in what are we in? Like,
I love that band.
We gotta exactly.
It's one of my favorite bands. Yeah.
Thank you so much, everybody. I will shut up now and I'll let the Fallen Fett take over. So go for it.
Yeah, what Moocher said. Thank you for watching.
Roll credits.
Scott, say your thing and roll the credits. Yeah, no, thank you so much. If you are new here, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, and hit all so you don't miss when we're on like the Monday shows with the toy chest going on. It's going to be a good one. Go back and watch all of those past episodes as well. We got tons of reviews and a little other special stuff that we do here. Again, think about becoming a member to that council. So you have a chance to win stuff like that. We also go there first for ideas, and we do special things over there, our way to say thank you. But it is going to be a very cool prize to win. No Rhino Hobbies. It is not a bandana. I wouldn't give mine up. Rhino thought it was a bandana Scott was about to put on.
Yeah,
I could see that.
Oh,
I could see that the way it was. Yeah. When he held it up. Yeah, see?
No.
Yeah, he was all, oh, that's cool. I'll take one. Yeah.
That is the world's most awkward bandana. Yes.
Yeah.
but it's Star Wars. It's different, right? Can't be.
Thank you to tonight's sponsor, Tosche Station Emporium. Go over and check that out. Put in some orders for all your figure stand needs. They definitely got you covered. And also the links are down there. Go check out Moocher's 3D printing lab. Check out all the cool stuff that he's doing and the different stuff that he's printing. Nothing for us, but he's printing lots of cool stuff. That's up there.
Hey Ernie, I hit 500, so I'm with you, dude. We're in a 500 club.
Sweet, good job, brother. Good job. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So go over there and get those watch hours up and check out all those episodes out there. Hit the thumbs up and drop a comment. That really helps them out. Do us that favor, and then when you're done there, come over here and watch all those different reviews in the past episodes that we have.
Thank you, James.
Moocher's 3D printing has great stands and crates.
Thank you, James. I know he ordered a whole bunch of crates, and I'm glad that you got them.
Sweet.
So yeah, awesome. Well, guys, again, what a good night. Wednesdays is chock full. Ernie, the Fallen Fett has his Fallen Fett Chronicles too. He always fails to mention that he goes on at 6 o'clock every Wednesday to kind of like warm the crowd up until we start getting here and everything. So,
Commander Bly has a great question. Will we do channel memberships?
Us or
we
Moocher?
Do channel?
Me, my channel or here?
Yes.
Yes. I think I have
as far as mine, you could just go to mine, Commander Bly.
Don't do that. No.
I have lots of members.
We are definitely exploring channel memberships for this channel. The reason for the delay is that we don't want it just to be memberships. We want it to actually mean and put content that's going to be like something that people can really get into, right? That we don't
want to make it worth it for you.
Yeah. So so yes, we're working on that. We're working on it big time. Actually working on it a lot long. It's supposed to be done by September 1st, but it just wasn't. So
it was.
Welcome to the 17th. Good question.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I didn't say wet September. I mean, like this is 2005.
Yeah.
But
they want us to care, goddammit.
All right, guys. Well, we will see you on Monday at 5:30 right here. Same bat time, same bat channel.
And then we'll see you Wednesday at 6 p.m. on the Fallen Fett Chronicles. Then you jump over here to the
That's right. I mean, come on. Yeah.
Just give him stupid stickers. He wants to help support the show.
Dude, Commander Blight. You know what? I think there's a way to get Commander Blight on one of our shows. So, because I think he says he can. We'll see.
What?
We'll see. Stay
Can
tuned.
we make it the? Can
he
we
said
make
he
it the
wants
Sarlacc
stickers.
Digest?
Now he gets to get on the show.
I know,
right? How's that work? But it's got to be the Sarlacc Digest because we got to keep him up late.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's
the
right.
bags
yeah.
under his eyes.
Yeah. Torture.
Yeah, that's how we work.
All right, guys. Well, with that, everyone, thank you so much. Scott.
Keep it nerdy, everybody. Bye-bye.
This is Grand Admiral Thrawn. You are listening to the Sarlacc Digest. What a fascinating play on words.